The Voice 17104.com. This is Zanetta Wingfield, and you're listening to The Voice 17104.com. The Voice 17104.com.
Hello, everyone. We're back here at Rick's Place, here on the Voice 17104, here with the good Pastor Thomas.
Welcome back, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you. I'd like to apologize to all of you for missing you last week, but at this age, all kinds of things happen. And go to see one of my favorite people, a doctor. He has become one of my favorite people. And we were unable to do the show last week. But we're here this week with you. And I don't know if you've been keeping up with the current events here with our national politics. But deception is a terrible thing. Okay? And always remember that. People sometimes desire to be, or what they desire becomes so great that they wish to convince you that their desire is greater than yours. That's in the world of politics. They are so ambitious, so intent on convincing you that they are the best thing since sliced bread. Man, you sitting there listening to them, and you know that's not true. The amazing part is some of you don't. Like the MAGA people. Poor as a church mouse. Following Donald Trump. Deception is a terrible thing. How can this man who tried to overthrow the government of the United States convince you that you should still continue to support him? Or have you convinced yourself? This man has never suffered a day in his life, at least not financially. He's never had to juggle his finances, never had to pay Paul and deny Peter, or pay Peter to deny Paul. He has never had to do that. He's never had to sit down at the kitchen table and have any kitchen table discussion about family finance or whatever. He's always had. He has always been part of the haves. He has never been part of the have-nots. But yet you running around there like he's your brother, your cousin, who lives down the street. This man cannot identify with you on any level. And you running around talking about he the man. He need to be the president again. This insurrectionist who led an insurrection, all because he's the boy that would be king. Because that's all he's interested in. being king, being a dictator. And you running around trying to help him. How crazy can you be? You wanted to give him another shot at the apple. You put Donald Trump in that White House, you'll never get rid of it. Because he couldn't believe he backed it. This country would change forever. He wanted it to change in 2020, in 2021. Well, he didn't get elected in 2020. So he staged insurrection in 2021, January 6th. Wanted to go and lead it. But the CIA or the Secret Service wouldn't allow him to do so. He said, "You're going back to the West Wing. What are you talking about?" Then he attacked the Secret Service man. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But you, the MAGA mania, what they call them, MAGA manias, that means you're a maniac. So Donald's the man. All of them. Matt Gatz and Jim Jordans and Marjorie Taylor Greens and Laura Bobbitt and all the MAGA maniacs. Trump's our guy. The Trump and the Trumpettes. The Trumpers, I guess, and the Trumpettes. That's what they call them. On the slogan, it's not even theirs. MAGA's supposed to stand for Make America Great Again because Donald Trump said no, he didn't. No, that slogan's not even his. He stole that from Ronald Reagan. Nothing about this guy is true. Nothing. He lied about Trump University, he lied about the Trump states, and nothing successful. Yet you want to support him in overthrowing the United States government. He tried it once. What make you think he won't try it again? Deception is a terrible thing. The only reason he's running for president again is he's trying to stay out of jail. But that's not going to happen. If they can indict you, they can convict you. Keep that in mind. I don't know if people get indicted and walk away. And this guy faces 90-something charges. Most of them felonies. But he's running around here attacking everybody involved in every case. Why is that? Excuse me. Why is that? You know the definition of insanity is? When you're the only one right. And you running around telling people that. A million people see that it's raining outside. You're the only one see the sun shining. This man has shown time and time again that he's insane. When people, there's an old saying, when people finally show you who they are, Believe them. He has shown you time and time again, especially with that insurrectionist act on January 6, 2021. He showed you exactly who he was and what he wished to be. His heroes, Vladimir Putin, Kim Il-sung of North Korea, that maniac who's president of Hungary, and all the other little dictatorships around the world. Those are his heroes. He's the only president that picked fights with the Allies during his entire presidency. Only president that brought Russian oligarchs and some dignitaries to the White House talking about a United States citizen, James Comey. I got rid of that guy. FBI director. And you gonna laugh and joke about it with your Russian buddies. See, all this was leading to January 6th, folks. All of this. And now he's back in the race and the front runner. How can a man be a front runner in the Republican Party for the presidency on his way to the nomination that attempted to overthrow the country in 2021? Ask yourself that. So, what you do? You thought he changed his mind? He is who he is. And his desire is to be a dictator. Do you think them statements he made in 2016 was just off the cuff? I know more than the generals, and he was thinking that then. Can't nobody do this but me. That is ego maniac to the seventh power. You learn to listen, people. Don't just hear what's being said. Listen to what's being said. Excuse me again. And our saving grace is that most people do listen. And they understand exactly who he is and what he is. And those that he has so completely deceived, you need to start listening. Because he has done nothing for you. Nothing. Yeah, he's supposed to be the president. He's that. Oh, what you missed that whole movie on January 6th? You missed some people, but see, they were you. The Trumpers and the Trumpettes up there, out and screaming, and you want to kill Mike Pence, arguably the second most powerful man in the world. You would because Trump said so. And Mike Pence, he's amazing. This guy try to have you killed and your family. Hey, Mike Pence. Hey, Mike Pence. I heard him. He had it right on national television. Going to the Capitol, looking for the Speaker of the House. The woman third in line for the presidency. You like, hang her. Oh, yeah. Wait, Nancy, come out, Nancy. Yeah, he wanted to kill Nancy Pelosi. To the point where later on they attacked her husband. This is out of control, folks. And one thing Donald said, told you that's true. Let this keep going on, and you won't have control. Keep following him, because he mean for you not to have not America to exist in the way it exists today. And you don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm gonna tell you how it's going to turn out. Horrible for you, because you never lived under anything but a democracy. And all you mega fools, it's going to affect you too. But oh, don't get upset because you created this monster. So when he starts falling down on you, I don't want to hear it. Look what he's doing. Yeah, shut up. You wanted him to do it, but now he's doing it to you. He has no loyalty. His boy is thinking, his main man, Rudy Giuliani, broke, needs money for it that Donald ain't offer him a nickel. All that foolishness Giuliani did. With all that hair dye. He's sweating down his cheek. He out there in 90 degrees weather supporting Donald. Now he's in trouble, been indicted. Sidney Powell, all them buffoons supporting Donald Trump. He's throwing them under the bus. What do you think he's gonna do with you? What do you think he's gonna do with you? This is the most dangerous man to the United States that has existed in this country. He's worse than Benedict Arnold. And a clear threat to democracy in the United States. Clear threat. Donald Trump is a clear and present danger to the United States of America. And I believe that with all my heart, and you should too. You elect this buffoon again, and America will never, ever be the same again. Ever. And one thing about it, Americans, I don't care if you black, blue, green, or yellow, white, multicolored. You've never lived under anything but a democracy. With all its faults and with all its glory, you've never lived under any other system, especially not a dictatorship. I don't think you're going to handle that very well. So therefore, America will turn into a banana republic. You'll be constantly fighting. You know the countries that get like Afghanistan. There's one. And there's a few other little countries around the world where war is continuous. Well, that's what the United States will become. How many people will tolerate that foolishness? I just watched a documentary the other night on Gaddafi's rise to power in Libya. I don't think they had an era of peace because there was always these little groups that were constantly fighting. You join all them other countries like Cambodia. You remember the Khmer Rouge, don't you? Pol Pot. You overthrow the Constitution of the United States and you'll never know another day of peace. That's over, America. That's over. Keep following Donald. For some reason, he's obsessed with bringing his country down. The country that served him and his family well. Don't let that happen. You can't afford him in that White House again. Not even the MAGAs. They don't know it yet. But those of you who do, or those of us who do, you got to prevent that from happening. We have to vote in droves against this man. His maniac ideas. You have to do it, folks. You got to make voting a priority, not only this year, next year, but every year. To get it ready, you got to get them MAGA nuts out of that United States chamber, the legislative chamber, and if they exist in the, yeah, they exist. We got good old Tommy Tupperfield in the Senate. He got that go. This idiot holding up. That, I don't know exactly how that's been allowed to happen. One man holding up all the promotions in the military. I thought majority rules. Where that loophole come from that one man can hold up a tie? You're supposed to be a supporter of the military, aren't you, Republicans? I know we do. Well, how can one man and won't budge off the position, and the position he's taking is so ridiculous? Well, they got the calls in there. Not that the military is paying for the abortion, which if he wanted to take a stance like that, well, let him. I mean, that's a stand. But no, he's angry that the military will allow the service person to travel to get in. You stupid. Now you ain't even arguing the Republican position. It's anti-abortion. You're arguing that they travel to get in the military. Let them. So you hold up the promotion to over 300 people to make a point. There is no point, you idiot. But that's what you're dealing with these MAGA people. They do no thinking of their own at all. That's why I call it a cult. Donald Trump is no different than Jim Jones, David Koresh, and all the rest of them nuts. You get a bunch of weak-minded people convince them that he's their guru, and they all fall in line, like, and they become a family, like Charles Manson. It's people. Think about that. All these people, 900 people died following Jim Jones. Murdered them. And everybody didn't willingly drink that Kool-Aid. Oh, there were some. But everybody didn't drink that Kool-Aid. 900 people. Same mentality as the MAGA people, but on a different scale. They're driven by religion. Well, Donald does that too, because he's not trying to miss nobody. Think about that. How much did Jim Jones care for him? It was all about power, control, manipulating people's thinking. Those of us who are wiser know what you're doing. Well, you cannot be president. You will not be president. I don't care how much you lead this. And this is another thing with the press. Stop feeding that. Oh, Donald Trump is the front runner. Donald Trump, they had 2 debates and he didn't show up. Oh, Donald Trump's gonna be. Stop feeding that. I watched you do that in 2016. What, you want to aid him in destroying the country? Because the press can be something too. What's that about? This man is a traitor to the United States of America. This man led an insurrection against the country. What do you think he's going to do with you? Press? Media? You know what dictators do with the media? You disappear. Gone. Over. Done. It becomes state-sponsored media. That means the government will control every word. That you're history. So stop aiding this man. Oh, Mr. Trump, Donald this and Donald that. He's the front runner. We've seen the polls. Polls have been wrong before. Ask the Republicans themselves. The polls and the polls. We don't know what happened. Ask Carl Rove about the polls. With Mitt Romney versus Barack Obama. The polls was completely wrong. Because it has always come down to the will of the people. Always. Remember, deception is a terrible thing. All right, folks, thanks for being with me this week. Good to be back here with you. Have a great day.